Hello again, everyone. This is Stacy. FreeRangeReport.com published an article that I wanted to share with you guys. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but it's about Daniel P. Love. House Oversight Committee pushes for probe of ethics breaches, possible crimes of BLM bully Dan Love. As a federal law enforcement officer, Love's actions have the potential to not only taint your investigation, but to seriously undermine the trust of BLM law enforcement office and thwart congressional oversight of the Bureau. As such, I request that you investigate the specific allegations raised in your interview of destruction of federal records, witness tampering, and obstruction of a congressional investigation. Marjorie Hahn writes, on Valentine's Day, the United States House Committee on Oversight and Governmental Reform wrote a letter responding to the Department of Interior Inspector General's report on the numerous instances of troubling behavior exhibited by Dan Love. The investigation of Bureau of Land Management agent Dan Love has been ongoing and complex, with a history of complaints against Love of bullying, overly aggressive tactics, ethics violations, and now tampering, lies, and cover-ups. It appears that the most infamous figure in recent BLM history is now under the scrutiny of Congress's most powerful investigative arm, the House Oversight Committee, headed by Jason Chaffetz, cites extremely serious, potentially criminal activities that go beyond Love's ethics breach related to the Burning Man controversy of 2015, or his extreme mishandling of the Operation Cerberus and Bundy Ranch cases. Love's possible criminal activities include destruction of federal records, witness tampering, and obstruction of a congressional investigation. The letter from the Oversight to the Interior Department Deputy Inspector General Mary L. Kendall details many of the complaints and instances of possible criminal activity by Love. It says, I understand your office initiated this investigation in October of 2015 after receiving numerous complaints concerning BLM employee Daniel Paul Love. The report documents numerous instances of troubling behavior exhibited by Love, excerpts taken from the letter. Your report documents that a witness told you, investigators, that after receiving a congressional request for documents, the witness heard Dan Love say to another employee that needed to make sure that he scrubbed the emails before he sent them, flagging anything that looked inappropriate so that Love could remove them if needed. A witness testifies about how BLM employee accessed and deleted hundreds of documents from a shared network. The deleted documents were team documents, which served as the historical record or administrative record for the BLM authorized event. The witness stated the deleted documents were subject to Federal Records Act and were required under the law not to be destroyed. The timing of the deletion of federal records raises questions in your report. A witness notes a BLM employee deleted hundreds of documents on February 3, 2016, only to receive a congressional request for those same documents the very next day. The witness states that it just seemed odd to her that on February 3rd, a lot of documents were removed or deleted from the Google Drive, and then the next day, the BLM is hit with a congressional inquiry. It also raises questions that former BLM Director Neil Quartz was provided as a courtesy advance notice of the congressional document request prior to February 3rd. We must find out which BLM employees were aware of an impending congressional inquiry when they set about deleting potentially responsive federal records. Your report documents that Love allegedly attempted to influence the outcome of your investigation by coaching a witness in advance of an interview with your investigators. In your investigative report, you stated a specific occasion when Dan Love called a BLM employee and essentially gave talking points for any questions that may come up during his interview with your office. The report states Love provided the same BLM employee with rationalizations, leading the employee to believe Love was essentially telling them what to say in the interview. This allegation is problematic as it occurred after you already initiated your investigation into Love's behavior. As a federal law enforcement officer, Love's actions have the potential not only to taint your investigation, but to seriously undermine the trust in BLM's law enforcement office and thwart congressional oversight of the Bureau. As such, I request that you investigate the specific allegations raised in your interviews of destruction of federal records, witness tampering, and obstruction of congressional investigation. The letter below is signed by Chairman of the Oversight Committee, Utah Representative Jason Chaffetz, and Blake Farenthold, the Chairman of the Subcommittee on the Interior, Energy, and Environment. And then they give you a copy of the letter, dated February 14th of this year. So you can go on to Free Range Report and see it yourself. There is no question that the avalanche of accusations against and investigations into the activities of BLM agent Dan Love will prove problematic for the feds' attempted prosecution of Bundy Ranch defendants in the ongoing Nevada trials. Dan Love is a key prosecution witness in the Nevada trial, but his apparent tampering, lies, and destruction of records may completely derail the feds' case. As Chaffetz's fierce committee presses the Love investigation, years of outcry from the Bundys and others in Nevada and Utah, including the family of Dr. James Reed, who have been victims of the arrogance and aggressive tactics of BLM agent Dan Love, may finally be vindicated. And there's a picture of our budding hero, Daniel P. Love. It's a great article, guys, and it's good news that they want to investigate now his, interference with the congressional investigation and destruction of evidence and stuff like that. But once again, I have to go back and I have to say that, these congressional investigations seem to be merely for show. Nothing ever really happens to the people, that Congress investigates. So I'm hoping that this turns out that, that something does happen to him. If what is true, what people say is actually true, he shouldn't be out there in the field around the people. He seems to be a very dangerous man, kind of bloated on power. And maybe this is God's way of cutting him down to size a little bit. So you guys have a good day. I'll talk to you later.